What's happening, guys? My name is Sumat Chatterjee from the Flozone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means I help you feel better and perform better. Today, I was asked the question of what's my stance on ETs or extraterrestrials? Let's get into it. Alright, what's up, guys? So I had to come inside because an alien whispered into my ear and told me that it was gonna rain. No, actually, I felt some raindrops. But yeah, aliens, UFOs. I think I find the topic very fascinating, and I can say that I'm a very deep thinker, as you guys know. So, I've done all sorts of research into this, watched lots of documentaries and conspiracy theories about this. I think it's super interesting as a topic, but I don't think us as humans, as a civilization, is ready for this kind of knowledge, to be honest, because it's very vast, it's very heady. A lot of the evidence comes from, a wife who's like, has an infertile husband, and then she's been abducted by aliens and inseminated. Like, I don't believe that, you know what I mean? Like, there's certain stories out there that sound completely ridiculous, and, you know, maybe you have had dreams where you find yourself being abducted, or you've had different psychedelic experiences where you're talking with aliens or beings from different star systems.
Please, don't hurt me.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah!
But I think that, we as humans have a kind of inattentional blindness when it comes to these kinds of topics, and we need to be a lot more open-minded when discussing it, because we all have such strong and valid claims about this kind of topic that we sort of split ourselves into different fragments, and we start to get really ridiculous at times. Like, it starts to become like some dude in a Halloween costume scaring everybody, warning everybody about the Anunnaki approaching. So we've got to ask ourselves the question, is my belief a true belief or an effective belief? It might be a true belief according to what, though? According to who? You know what I mean? So it's like, is it an effective belief in the sense of, is it helping you in your life and in your lifestyle? If it's helping you in your lifestyle, great, you've got it settled, man.
Many scientists are still material-based and think that consciousness is actually generated by the thing they're creating.
Like, if you find that you are a starseed alien helping to serve the planet, that's great. But if you find that you're blaming aliens for you not handing in your homework, or like robbing a bank or some shit, like, that is not worthy at all. You don't want to blame some kind of alien civilization for you messing up in your human form. I think of ETs can be a possibility, and I say can because we as humans aren't ready for this kind of knowledge yet. And I think that we're just going to sort of play like tiddlywinks with it. Remember that game? We're going to sort of play like in the kiddie pool and not in the vast ocean of depth that it actually requires. There is a lot of knowledge out there, but what do we do with this knowledge for us in the 21st century, in this time? And maybe this video might be irrelevant like years and years from now, because we might just discover proof for aliens that has substantiated claims, and really be able to learn from the past and the history. Like, if we understand that, okay, ancient Egyptians, we didn't really know if aliens helped them or not, but how does it help us right now if we want to build some kind of pyramid in this day and age, So that's what I'm talking about, is like the actual applicable advice, instead of like getting, pulled into many different directions and getting scared and letting fear of aliens not getting us to understand and connect with, even if there is this kind of life form that is found in the billions and billions of galaxies and multiverses out there. Like, there's got to be some kind of, evidence or some kind of thing that we come across that will tell us or show us. One other idea that I've had is like, maybe aliens are already here and they're just invisible to us. You know what I mean? Like, I would say, like, if looking up aliens is what you are into and what you like doing, and it's not harming anybody in any way, like, go for it. Go wild. And if people are trying to silence you and, censor you on this information, then that's something to consider too. If it's not a big deal, why would it be necessary for someone to silence someone else? You get what I mean? You know what I feel, man? We're just scared of the unknown as people. There's a reason why we call aliens also illegal immigrants. You know what I mean? It's this fear of the unknown. We don't exactly know what this thing is. That's why we call it a UFO, an unidentified flying object. It's like there can be flying objects from so many places that aren't aliens or UFOs in that particular context. Us humans could be the aliens ourselves, and we don't even know it.
She ain't even know it.
Because movies, they've sold us many different ideas of aliens. Like one type where they're trying to, invade the world, like that's scary, right? And the other type where it's like the most friendliest, cutest little bug of an alien that we feel so cuddly with, and it becomes like a pet. So it's like, what? Like it just splits into so many directions, you know what I mean? So it's like tough to think about in terms of like outside of this context of normality. My science brain is telling me like, oh, find more evidence, and my other creative side of my brain is saying, no, there's definitely a possibility out there. It's like you gotta get to this hemisphere synchronization where you finally come down to it. Like maybe aliens could help us in terms of, figuring out the flow state. Maybe flow state is an alien thing which we're downloading from another dimension. We can't know that for sure. Like, who's to say that that's true or false? You know what I mean? It's like, it's just thought experiments, just mental masturbation. I've had dreams with aliens. I've communicated with aliens in my dreams before. I've seen myself doing a past life regression with a practitioner where I've seen my hands a different color, and I've seen my alien form in the water's reflection below me. And, I primarily think that I'm a Vega starseed. I've always had that inclination. And there's no proof for that. There really isn't, but it's just a deep intuition and a feeling that I have for myself. And so, whether you think I'm crazy or whether you think that's justified, it doesn't make a difference. It really doesn't make a difference in my life. So, I'm just going to choose to believe in what I choose to believe in. It's like, try and find the stories that are really legit and not the farmer in some random barn somewhere who feels like he's got abducted. If anybody has actual claims on UFOs, I'd love to hear about it, and I'd love to see how extraordinary it can get, because you need extraordinary evidence to back up extraordinary claims. You get what I'm saying? So that's my take on it, guys. Have an amazing day. May the flow be with you. Stay legend.